This is section 1.8, part 2. In the last section, we made some input-output tables. In this section, we're going to decide whether the table that they have made is or is not a function. So when we go back to our definition previously, we found out that in order for it to be a function, there must be exactly one input, or one output for each input. One output for each input. So what that means is that our inputs can't repeat. So let's write that over here so we don't forget. So if our inputs repeat, we know that it is not a function. Okay. So let's go through and look and decide whether these are or are not functions. So when I look at number 5, I'm going to look at my input column. Do I have anything that repeats? The answer is no. So when I look at number 5, it is a function. Okay, it is a function because nothing on the inputs repeats. Okay, we don't care about the output. The output is allowed to repeat. We cannot have the inputs repeat. So I look at number 6. Everything is different here. So yes, that is a function also. Okay, 7 is different because we see for number 7, the 1 repeats and the 2 repeats. So since I have repeats, this is not a function. Okay. Now number 8, we look at our inputs. Everything is different. So yes, this is a Yes, this is a function. Okay. When we look at number 9, I see that my 4 repeats. Again, we're not allowed to have repeats, so this is not a function. Okay. And our last one here, everything is different, so yes, this is a function. Okay, so again, remember our definition for a function. Every output has exactly one, or there's one output for every input. Don't know why I can't get that right. Okay, so inputs can't repeat. So let's look at another section. I know it doesn't ask us to, but let's look at whether, or what the domain and the range is. So remember, our domain is all of our inputs. Okay, so for number 5, let's write it down here. My domain would be 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, typically we put the numbers in order from smallest to largest. And our range would be 5 and 6. When we list our domain and range, we did not repeat numbers. So yes, the 5 is written twice up here, but we only write it once down here. Same thing with our 6. Okay, we only write it once. There's no need to write 5 twice. It's already there once. Okay, number 6. Our inputs are our domain. So my domain here, if I put them in order from smallest to largest, is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. My range is just 0. All it is. Again, we're not going to write 0 4 times, we just write it once. Okay, my domain for 7 would be 1 and 2. No repeating, just write it once. And we should write it from the smallest number to the largest number. My range here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So domain is all my inputs, range is all my outputs. And I know that it is a function because there is one output for each input. In other words, our inputs can't repeat. So now I need you to go ahead and stop and do section 1.8, checkpoint 2.